much, Trev, back in the studio, and now we are with Fran from the Long Island Crisis Center. And Fran, I believe this is the 4th annual suicide prevention walk, and talk about how important this event is on Sunday, how it affects so many people, and why people should get involved and support this event on Sunday.
Thanks so much, Howie, and that's a great question. Because I've been thinking a lot about what is the significance of the Suicide Awareness and Prevention Walk. And I think what it symbolizes best is that when you come down and participate, you truly become a member of a community of caring. There are lots of people walking around who have lost loved ones to suicide, and sometimes they feel isolated. They feel they can't talk about it. And yet when they come to a gathering such as the one we have, they see, A, that they're not alone, but B, that there are lots of people who care and are willing to talk to them and listen to them and hear their stories and honor the lives of those they've lost to suicide. I think it's a great moment, and it really shows a community of caring.
And so many people come down who've lost, like we met Chrissy's family, the Rossos, was it?
Right.
Rossi's.
The Rossi's,
yes.
Are they going to be there?
Yes.
Yeah, the Rossi's. I mean, people that have gone through it and lost a son or a daughter to suicide, the fact that they come every year, I think it's cathartic for the families to know that their son or daughter did not die in vain, and they're so passionate about getting the message out and helping others.
Absolutely, because they're not only coming down for themselves, but to me they're real heroes, because what they want to say to the world is, yes, we've been through it, we still go through it every day of our lives, but if we can do something to help another family, to stop somebody else from committing suicide, then we want to be there. And they're out there for the community. They take their experiences and they grow from it. And in some way, I think that they feel that their child, their husband, their wife, their cousin, whatever it is, lives on through that way.
Fran, talk about a couple of the speakers that we're going to hear from Sunday on the boardwalk.
Well, I'm really happy to say that our main speakers are going to actually be teens. 2 high schoolers in particular. One, Jamie Isaacs, who at 8 years old became a victim of bullying, cyberbullying as she got older. And with great support from her family, she has now grown into this lovely 16-year-old who's taking her experiences and instead becoming a fabulous social activist to raise the awareness of bullying, its impact on youth, and what people can do to stop this and to work in their school districts to start having a resolution for this. And the other young woman who will be speaking, also a high school junior, is Brooke De Palma, whose father committed suicide. And she has gone ahead and started a special day in February called P.S. I Love You. And it's to raise awareness about suicide and suicide prevention. And I know for her, in this way, her dad lives on. And again, has become a fabulous community activist. And through her YouTube video going viral, has really impacted other school districts, not only locally, but in other states. It's really put on, and they too are 2 young heroes for us.
Absolutely, and I know last year you got a tremendous turnout, and hopefully we've got good weather, and I'm expecting you should get a real big turnout, because I'm sure events like this, you know, organizations need to raise funds, and t-shirts and stuff like that. So how important is it to really get a big turnout on Sunday on the boardwalk?
Well, Long Island Crisis Center is now in its 41st year, And while we do get some funding from government, I'm sure many of you are aware of the cuts in funding that have occurred with many organizations at all levels of government. And so it's really important that people come out and show up and support what we do, because what we do is we are available to the community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The only hotline that operates this way in Nassau County. Our saying is any problem, anytime, anyone. And anybody can call and find some short-term counseling, get fabulous resources and referrals to help them through whatever problem they are having. We'd like to say that we help Long Islanders at critical times in their lives.
That's great, and I think your counselors, the people that take these calls when people are in a deep depression and mentally ill, they're real heroes, because they save lives and they talk people out of doing tremendous harm to themselves.
And just to let you know that those people who are answering the phones on those hotlines, they are all volunteers. They volunteer to go through 9 months of intensive training so that they can handle all the different calls that come in, and they give their time willingly. And I will say with love, with passion, and empathy, and they are to be saluted too.
Hey, Fran, let's give it up for Fran from Long Island Crisis Center. And I know I will be there. My niece, Jessica, is coming in from New York City. She wants to take part. Her brother committed suicide about 5 years ago, and there's probably not a day that goes by where she doesn't think about Jason and why at 19 he decided to take his own life. And she wants to take part in this event, and wants to meet other families, and I think she typifies what this event is all about.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I got a phone call in the office today because we were mentioned in one of the papers about our walk, and a man called and just was so happy that an event like this is taking place because he lost a brother a few years ago to suicide. And you could tell that he really needed to be somewhere where he could be with other people and feel free to talk about it and know that others are there for him as well. So just want to urge everybody to come on down on Sunday. Registration on site is at 11 o'clock, and we'll have some great speakers, a sharp program. Yes, it's at Long Beach Boardwalk at Riverside Boulevard. You'll see our banners, you'll see our faces, and we'd love to have you come on down. For more information, please go to our website, www.longislandcrisiscenter.org. And I want to thank you so much, Howie, for giving us all this time the past couple of weeks to talk about a really serious issue and how we're all working together to come together as a community.
It's our pleasure. It's something that is close to my heart and it's close to all of us, and we want to see this fabulous event on Sunday. Hope a lot of funds are raised for a great cause. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we have a lot more great features. There was a great movie that played this past week that we had Rocco interviewed one of the actors, Eddie Lauder. Trouble with a Curve, with an amazing cast. Rocco's going to give his review on that movie, plus Steve has some great stuff coming up, so keep it locked here on 1240N. And don't forget, next week starts our first show on Wednesday night, as next week, that's our new home, Wednesday nights from 8 to 9 p.m. Next week we'll be pumping up Irish Day as we broadcast live from the law office of Pecknick and Schaefer next Wednesday in the West End of Long Beach. All right, coming to you live from the Mediterranean Seafood Restaurant. I'm Halftime Howie, and more broadcasting on the beach with Halftime Howie coming up after the break.